We are covering the most heavily tested part of the personal auto policy for your property and casualty exam, Part A, liability coverage. This coverage pays for bodily injury and property damage to others when an insured is legally responsible for an accident. The number one exam trap is confusing this with other coverages. Part A never pays for your own injuries or damage to your own car. It is always for the other party. The exam will test your knowledge of who is considered an insured. This includes the named insured on the declarations page, resident family members, and anyone using the covered auto with permission. This last part, known as permissive use, is critical. If you let your neighbor borrow your car, your policy's Part A liability coverage is primary if they cause an accident. The exam often presents scenarios where permissive use is excluded, such as when someone is using the vehicle for a business purpose like a rideshare service, or if they are specifically named as an excluded driver on the policy. Liability limits are frequently tested using a split limit structure, like 25, 50, 25. It's crucial to know what these numbers mean. $25,000 for bodily injury per person, $50,000 for bodily injury per accident, and $25,000 for property damage per accident. For example, if an insured with 25, 50, 25 limits injures 3 people with costs of $30,000, $20,000, and $10,000 respectively, the policy pays $25,000 to the first person, the per person limit, $20,000 to the second, and $5,000 to the third. The total bodily injury payout is capped at $50,000, the per accident limit. The insured would be personally responsible for the remaining $5,000 for the first person's injuries. A combined single limit is simpler, applying one overall limit to all bodily injury and property damage from a single accident. Another key area is the insurer's duty to defend the insured in a lawsuit. A major exam point is that defense costs and other supplementary payments are paid in addition to the liability limits. These supplementary payments can include up to $250 for bail bonds, up to $200 per day for loss of earnings while attending a hearing at the insurer's request, and interest on a judgment. Remember this phrase for the exam. Part A is for at-fault accidents affecting another party. This helps reinforce that liability coverage is for damage you cause to others. For free practice questions, AI-powered explanations, and more exam prep tools, visit openexamprep.com. That's openexamprep, all one word, .com.